My name is Vishnu Prasad, and I would like to present the paper titled A Hybrid Multi-Modal System for Conducting Virtual Workshops Using Interactive Voice Response and the WhatsApp Business API. The platform was designed and developed during the lockdown here in India. The aim was to develop a virtual training platform for cotton farmers as lockdown restricted mobility among communities. Taking into account of the growing internet penetration and availability of cheap data plans, we combined IVR, which is often used to disseminate and collect information from bottom of the pyramid communities, as well as WhatsApp Business API for users with access to internet connectivity accustomed to richer content environment. For IVR, at fixed intervals, we placed outbound calls to 401 pre-selected farmers chosen by local partners. Training modules consisted of dialogue between two farmers where the narrator would periodically interrupt the dialogue and address the users with questions they could answer by pressing 1 or 2 on their phone. We felt this format was worth exploring as earlier IVR-based deployments have taken the form of either a tutorial followed by questions or directly asking questions with relevant parts of the tutorial being played to those that answered incorrectly. Incorrect answers would result in call getting disconnected and a message to try again during the next randomly initiated call. At the end of the interaction, permission was asked to reach out to the user via WhatsApp. If permission was granted, a message would be sent via WhatsApp informing them of the insurance coverage they have earned, along with the option of earning additional coverage for submitting assignments such as a photo of their field or the fertilizer they use. Similarly, integrating the WhatsApp element into the intervention was inspired by our needs assessment survey that saw a majority of pre-selected users actively used the app. According to the rules of WhatsApp Business API, any reply to a user is free for 24 hours from the last message they sent to our bot. Initiating a message to a user outside 24-hour window costs USD 0.005 per message and also requires the message be pre-approved by Facebook. We thus designed our intervention such that any message sent to our bot from pre-selected users would trigger the same training module that was given over IVR. In case the user had already completed the module, they were informed of the amount they have earned and pending assignments they need to submit. To bypass literacy barriers, the module was delivered both as an audio recording and in the text of local language spoken in the region. A 24-hour cooldown period applied to the users incorrectly answered a question during the training module. Unlike our past deployment on IVR, we put forth a delayed incentive scheme as opposed to mobile time top-ups which offered instant gratification to users. We presented a personalized insurance scheme to farmers where they could earn coverage upon successful completion of each module and also submitting assignments to WhatsApp. Those users without a smartphone could submit their assignments through their friends and family members' smartphone by entering their phone number. We also made sure that both IVR and WhatsApp had the same number, so there was no scope for confusion or mix-up. At the end of the intervention, the combined insurance package was given to the farmer based on how much they have earned. The deployment was carried out from September 5th to 3rd October 2020 for 29 days in rural Maharashtra. The training modules consisted of soil management, pest control, fertilizers and pesticides. Even though no in-person training sessions or meetings were conducted, we recruited community elders who could champion the intervention and get other users to seriously partake in the deployment. Apart from the community elders, 4 team members were involved in seeding effort and outreach to users. Although past deployment had an inbound calling system over IVR through missed call along with referrals, we had to redesign our system, keeping in mind the social distancing norms and thus stuck to outbound calls over IVR, which minimized the scope of other users answering the questions. A total of 122 and 54 unique numbers attempted the quiz over IVR and WhatsApp respectively. In terms of assignment, we received 19 in total. A lot of positive as well as negative feedback were received during the intervention period, some of which we have listed in the presentation. During the course of deployment, many lessons were learned, including to leverage functionalities of rich data environment that different platform offered. We hastily reused the recorded content for IVR in WhatsApp as well. Instead, we could have explored the possibility of using stickers, emojis, memes, and short video recordings that could have offered users a more rich experience. The outbound system setup for IVR, which limited the user's flexibility in using the system at their own will, could have impacted usage as well. In future, we would also like to introduce referrals over WhatsApp in order to scale the project. Thank you for listening, and if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out. Thank you again.